Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? Good day. Sylvia here. Super, super excited. I think this is actually my very first live. So, not very sure that I know what I want to say, but um how are you? How is your day going? How have you been? What have you been up to? So I just thought it would be nice to, come on board. I mean, I just came back from work and really feeling very grateful for a lot of things. Sometimes life would shake you like this, but you say, no, 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 I got Jesus. Yes, so I'm Sylvia, and if you're new here, I'm really, really very glad to have you, to meet you. Hello, and please do stay put, stay around, and let's just have a very quick chit chat. So in this channel, we basically just talk about finance, personal finance. I would like to say that I'm figuring it out a step at a time, and I'm just trying to ensure that we all go together in this journey. Also, so I do personal finance. I talk about stocks and investment. Basically, when I just get like a very juicy knowledge about finance, I come and share with you, my people. Yes, so, and that's why I have noticed that some of the videos I have made around MBAble, around stock, around money market mutual funds, they've just been, there's just been a lot of traction around it. So I just thought of, coming around to have this live video. It's going to be really short because let's say it's imposter syndrome. Call it whatever you want, but we are doing it scared, basically. So yes, I also do riddles and growth. Riddles and growth is just something that I woke up to one morning, and I was just thinking of how to make things quite interesting. And I love riddles and jokes like from the longest. I always want to do things like that when I was much younger. Then I just thought of how can I bring it into the finance space. So from riddles and jokes, I now birthed riddles and growth. Yay! So on this video, I just want to tell you that I'm here and I want you to come along with me. Nothing special, no packaging. I just want you to save your money today. I want you to learn to budget. I want you to drop those things that eat your money, those silent killers that eat your money. I want you to save from where you are. I want you to start small, because as you start now, then there is a possibility of growing and building more on that money that you want to save. But if you don't start at all, to be quite difficult growing, to be quite difficult improving from where you are currently. So I'm just here to come and talk to you, come and bring you information so that you say you did not know. No, here I give you information, I give you how to, I show you how to do them, I try to simplify them, I answer all your questions. So please feel free to drop me any question. Let me hear your thoughts, let me hear your comments, let me vibe with you, let me learn. I'm all about positive energy, I'm all about living the good life with Christ. So drop me any questions that you have. If I don't know it, I'll let you know that I don't know it, but most times I'll just do a very quick research with my own experience, or maybe just ask people within my space, and I'll get you the right answer. Emphasis on the right answer. I have spoken about MBAble quite a number of times, and I've made some videos as well on it. I think I should also make like an update on that. So like I had mentioned, MBAble is just a kind of investment. I don't have any affiliates with them. They didn't pay me for this video. It's just one of the things that I have used, and it has really worked for me over time, going to 3 years plus now. I can't even keep count, but yeah, so it's been working. And it's something that took off the stress of higher purchase. I used to have a friend of mine that ventured into higher purchase, and we wanted to do this together. The stress of where is my keke, where is it parked, I need this pair, I need this, it was just traumatizing. So when I saw something like Enviable, and I had read about them, I noticed that they've been on for like over 10 years plus, if not 20. I need to confirm that actually. And then I saw Obi Kubana, which gave it some form of leverage. Then I also went to check if it's registered, and I just decided to give it a shot after doing my own due diligence, right? Which is why I always tell you to also do your due diligence. Ask your questions, contact them. I don't have any referral links to share with you because they really do not do that, but I just let you know because I have done this. It has worked for me, and I am very excited that I had used it. I've had a lot of people call me for it basically. So this video is not totally about Enviable, so let me just move on. But also just on the Enviable, they have the keke. Let me just briefly talk about the keke investment because I have gotten a lot of questions. People have called me, have sent mails to me. I don't work for them, I don't work with them. I am just an investor like you are, and I just shared with you because it was helpful to me, and that I bring premium help and premium resources to my community basically. So that is why. So on the keke, so they have like different types. They have the truck investment, they have the car investment, they have the keke investment, they have the bike, and then they have the tricycle maxima investment. I have gone further to explain this on my channel. Just have a scan through my link, like through my page, and I'm sure that you would see something about Enviable. And I'll still make another video because people have asked me a lot of questions, right? So just on the keke is the actual cost of the keke itself is 3 million naira. Then there is a VAT pay of 200,000 naira on it. Then there is a service charge of 100k. Then there's a 10% management fee, so it sums up to a total of 3.6 million naira. Now when you pay this 3.6 million, usually how it happens when you contact them, I try to have like all of my conversations on email. So I don't know how you want to do yours, but you'd sign some agreements. You'd have to get a witness to actually endorse on a part of it, and then when you now finally start, so just go through it. I know that they don't pay, I think it's just twice or once in the year, and that is basically during Christmas. But at the end of all the pay, at the end you still get your full, the amount that they had promised is what you're going to get at the end. Let me also add that they pay weekly, they pay monthly, and they also pay at the end of your of your package cycle. It depends on whatever you choose. You have to be very determined and very disciplined rather to go for the weekly pay before you eat your isiego, before you eat your capital basically, because they're not separated, they come together. If they're paying you 88k per week, for instance, that 88k has a percentage of your capital, it has a percentage of your profit as well. So if you're not very disciplined and you're just eating everything, if you don't, with time we just spend everything including your capital, and you can't show nothing to show. So for something like that, another thing you can do is to automate. So just like have a time that you withdraw the money and then send it directly to another, maybe to money market mutual fund or to a high interest savings account, something like that, and you're getting interest on both ways. Initially that would have worked when they send your money directly to your account, but now they have like an application where they fund, and then you then withdraw the money from that application into your own your own account number that you had given them earlier, that they've registered for you. I've also made a video on that, but feel free to ask me any questions. I think what I would also do is to probably log in with this other phone and see if there is someone out there listening to me and asking me any questions right now. Yes, so I'm going to do that just in a jiffy. Yes, so at the end of, for the Keke na Pepe, it is 64 weeks When I started, it was actually 52 weeks, and then it was 2.5 million, and then you get 4 million at the end of that 52 weeks. I also know that some people got that at other rates, but it is what currently it is 3.6 million naira to get 5.6 million naira in 64 weeks, right? So at the end of 64 weeks, you get 5.6 million naira, and this is for the keke investment. Okay, moving on. So also for this keke investment, for a weekly installment, like for a weekly pay to you, that if you select that you want your money to be sent to you on a weekly basis, they are going to be paying you 88,000 naira, 88,500 naira, 88,500 naira. That's what they will pay you on a weekly basis. But really, it is you can have as many keke as you want, you can have as many of their investments as you want, and it's really nice now because that application would help you track everything. You would see what is due, you would see when it's due, and you can just monitor your full account, monitor your full portfolio with them. Moving on to the stock and investments, I used to do Bitcoin and crypto and all of those things, and then Luna is a story that I've been promising you guys I'm going to tell you on a good day. Today is definitely not that good day, but I am still I've really gotten some good pays from crypto, and I'll be going back to it quite, I don't know how soon. Maybe just throw in a few dollars here, because it's diversification, and then the risk involved is either it's high risk or low risk or medium risk. But crypto is definitely very, very, very emphasis on extremely high risk investment, right? But stock is also quite risky, because it could go up, it could go down, and that's why people run to ETFs, mutual funds, and all of those kind of investments. And I've also explained quite a number of them. I think these days, with the way, because mutual funds has been like at 19 point something percent for a while now, and there's a likelihood that it might go maybe a bit lower or maybe higher. But most times, because inflation rate is coming down on papers, because foodstuffs are still very expensive. I don't even know, when things go up in Nigeria, it hardly comes down. But dollar rate is down a bit. I think it's at 8,400 plus, but things are still very expensive. So, but when you start seeing that inflation rate is coming down, you would expect some kind of returns to companies, to stock investments, and things like that. And I'm up for all of them. We will be putting in some small. You can do your 50, 30, 20% savings on investments. You can do whatever works for you, but have something. Don't be too strict on yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't go and save 80% on the first 2 days that your salary just drops, and then maybe by the next week you're already withdrawing from it. Really, no. Save as much as you can, and I always advise that once it comes, just move the money. Once it comes, move the money, but be realistic. And another thing is that most times you might not be able to be realistic because you've not even studied yourself. You don't know how much you'd actually need for a month, especially for my 9 to 5 workers like me. You don't know how much you need per month for a family of 2, family of 4, family of 6, or even just you as a person. You don't know how much you're going to want, right? So now the want would add the leisure, the extra savings and investments, or the extra spendings, the black task, and all of that. So really, you have to know your baseline spend. You have to know how much you actually need for a month, for a week, whatever your calculation is. Then when you have now studied yourself, then from there you can now plan around it. Make a mistake the first time, you maybe go a bit higher the next month. I don't expect you to go a bit higher again the third month. So you should just get better with time and learn to be strict and firm. Have delayed gratification. You won't die. Just check it. those things, do you really need those things? Sometimes you might just want to wait. Maybe they just paid you salary and then you start thinking about the things you can do, the juicy things you can do. And if you don't have money, you will not die, you will not do those things. So do you really need those things that you want to get? Just a little hush back, and a few questions would let you know if you really need those things. So yeah, so this is me today telling you that once you get that money, move something out, move it out to another account, move it out to another investment, move it out, and don't forget to take care of yourself. Remember, take care of yourself, but while you're doing that, build an emergency fund. Anything can happen tomorrow. The country and the economy, even globally, has been seeing some very, very bad days. So even as a business owner, you know these things. Anything can happen. So love yourself, save up money, be happy. Oh God, be happy, please, people. There's no need to compare. There is no need to to put on so much pressure on yourself. No need. If you sit down, like, I watch some movies, some romantic movies, some action movies, whatever, real time, what do they call it, lifestyle, this Kim Kardashian's, I can't remember, the kind of thing that Big Brother usually do. I'm not a fan of Big Brother, actually, but I mean, you get the gist. And I noticed that when you're watching these guys, right, it is, if you have a camera maybe you plug the camera in your house, that's when you can catch those beautiful memories as well. You have those beautiful memories. It's just that we are not very positioned to capture those moments because we don't carry cameras all the time. People that do, I'm sure they capture like very interesting memories. So sit through it and pick out one or two things that will make you happy at all times. Just focus on it, have your own plan, take it a step at a time, and at the end, I'm sure everything would add up. Definitely add up. Ensure you add the G factor, God factor. For me, this is me telling you me. So yes, he always shows up and he always helps you. Like I said, I am Sylvia Ikebudu. I am trying to, kick back up this channel. This would officially be my very first live, because the first one I did, they said it's a silent live. I don't know what. I was trying to try things out, right? But this is actually the very first live that I'm doing. Yay! And you're watching it. I would try to do this more because I want to communicate with you. I want to hear from you watching me. I want to hear from you over there. Say hi to me, ask me questions. I'm figuring out this content creation thing. It actually helps me, air it helps me get light. It helps my fun, my happiness. I just derive a lot of joy, but there's no time. But I'll try. I promise to try. So thank you so much for watching in this episode of you tell me what this episode is about. Maybe it's just a general intro and chit chat. Yeah, so let me know what else you want us to chit chat about. Get ready to answer my next video, and let me have your questions because it's going to guide me while I guide you, and we're going to learn together. We're going to make money together, live happily together. I wish you the very best things that life has to offer. Thank you, and I'll see you in my very next video. Bye. I don't know.